A good day, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. You guys are really amazing. And if you're new to this channel, please do well by subscribing. And today's story is about how to cut and sew a trendy Ankara bodysuit top. Here I trace out my bodysuit pattern. There's a video already on how to draft the bodysuit pattern. I'll drop the link in the description below. Please do well by paying attention and watch closely. So this is the fabric I'll be using for the top. I have 6 yards of this fabric, but I eventually use 4.5 yards of the fabric because of the sleeve. It's a 3-layer sleeve, full flay, yes, and also the top is kind of consuming, fabric consuming top. So I went ahead to divide my front bodice, which is 2 inches away from each other. The lines are 2 inches away from each other. So from the center front, I measured 2 inches, then also went ahead to measure 2 inches for each lines, and I label 1, 2, 3, 4 so as to indicate. I went ahead to the same for the back pattern as well, and rule a straight line, and also label. So for the back and front pattern, I have 5 lines on each pattern, so that's 10 lines altogether. So I'm going to fold my fabric and cut through the lines. I cut through the lines because I'll be spreading them on the fabric. So that's a slash and spread method, so as to add fullness to the fabric. So I went ahead to place my number 1. This is the front. I'm cutting the front first. So I went ahead to place my number 1. The distance between each paper is 2 inches. Yeah, watch closely and you'll see the distance between each paper is 2 inches. So I went ahead to pin them down. I already had my allowance while tracing out, so I'll just cut through once I'm done pinning down. So after cutting my fabric, I went ahead to rule a straight line on which I will sew on. The distance between each line is just ½ inch, that's 0.5. That is where I'll sew on. Just marking off for this tutorial. So I'll mark from the beginning to the end of the front bodies. So after that, I'll go ahead with my back bodies and repeat same process. All I did for the front, I'll repeat same process for the back as well. So after cutting the front and back, the next thing is for me to cut out my sleeve. So I have my sleeve drafted out already. So I divide it into two and cut the upper part where I want the smoky stuff to stop. Then I divide into 6 parts, I guess. Yeah, I divide into 6 parts and cut through. Just the same process as the front and back. Then I'll go ahead and cut on fabric. The distance between each line and each paper on the fabric is just 1.5 inch. So while cutting, please don't forget to add your allowance. Don't forget to add your allowance. It's very, very important. So after cutting the main sleeve, the next thing for me to cut out the down part of the sleeve, and after that I'll go ahead and cut my flay. Remember, the sleeve is a 3-layer flay, full flay. So I'll go ahead and cut my flay. At this point, if you have not subscribed, please do it by subscribing, and also hit the like button and share if possible. So this is just me cutting out the flay, or full flay, for the sleeve part. So I'll go off camera and cut the remaining parts of the flay. So after cutting, the next thing for me to take the fabric to the machine and sew. So here is the thread we'll be using. This thread is popularly called elastic thread or smoking thread, whichever one you choose to call it. But it's popularly called elastic thread or smoking thread. So you have to reel it inside your bobbin case. The smoking thread will be under while you pass your normal sewing thread from the top. Then I'll go ahead and stitch my front pattern. This is my front pattern. I'm sewing this first. Just pay attention and watch closely. Watch till the end so you get the full details of the outfit. So after sewing the elastic on your fabric, the next thing is for you on the down part. The next thing is for you to leave at least 1 inch at the end part, then fold it inwardly, leaving your elastic thread at the down part. You're not sewing with the normal thread at the down part, you're sewing all through with the elastic thread at the down part. Where we need our normal thread at the down part is just to join in by the side. So after folding the down part, the other part I will fold is the lap side. The two lap side, I will fold that side also, and I'll fold and sew at least ½ inch inwardly. So I went ahead to repeat same process for the back as well, and then I joined the shoulder part. Mind you, I've chained the under thread to normal thread in this part. So after joining the shoulder, I'll join the side part. So here's the upper part of my sleeve. So next thing I'll do here is just to smoke this upper part as well with my smoking thread under. So I'll go ahead and smoke this upper part, just as I did for the front and the back bodies. So after smoking the upper part of the sleeve, this is the down part of the sleeve. I'm going to divide this into 3 parts because I'll be attaching 3 layers flea to it. So I'm going to indicate the part where the layers will be, and the flea will be rather. So after attaching my flea to the down part of the sleeve, I'm going to attach the down part and the upper part of the sleeve together so as to form a full sleeve. This is me just inserting the upper part into the lower part of the sleeve so as to give it a neat finishing. After the sleeve, the next is for us to cut out the neck part for it to get the accurate measurement for the neck part, so as your edge can pass through. You measure your edge round, then you add 2 inches to it. Here my edge is 23 round, then I add 2 inches making 25. So I measure 25 by 3 unfold, 25 by 3 unfold, which is 25 by 6 if you open it up. And I went ahead to use my smoking thread and stitch it up. And after this, the next thing is to join together and attach it to my neck part. As you can see, I'm done here. Now join it together, then attach it to the neck part. So this our neck part is ready. Our top is ready entirely. So the next thing is for us to put press button at the down part. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching.